what really happened behind the scenes of on Pimp My Ride. I've heard rumors that some crazy shit went down. If you haven't seen the show, it's like a show where this rapper, I don't remember his name, I'm sorry, but they like find cars that are like broken down or whatever, and they say, oh, I can pimp your ride, and then they fix it and it looks super cool. But I seem to remember there's something about disasters there. And I love disasters. But this was a really cool show though. I'm sorry for the light on my face here. Sun. We don't like the sun, but it's okay. Let's take a look-see.
In 2004, MTV introduced the world to Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride!
A reality show hosted by rapper 𝗦ci𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀, who would choose
Ah,
one
𝗦ci𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀. Yes, that is the rapper. That is the rapper.
lucky contestant to receive a custom upgrade to their existing vehicle. All the over-the-top
Look at this. It's like, this is here. You already see what is so amazing about the show. It's like you have a piano inside of the car. And it looks so cool in there. But it's just like, if you tried this in Norway, you wouldn't be allowed to drive the car. Maybe it's allowed in the US, but in Norway you can't have anything like special. You have to have normal seating and shit. Nothing out of the ordinary. But this is so cool.
Each of these customizations made the show a global success.
Whoa.
Behind
Look
the
at that!
scenes, the show's creators
Looks
have
so
been
cool.
embroiled in accusations of fraud, criminal
Whoa.
labor violations, and even murder. But before we
Murder!
get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History channel and leave a
it
comment to
can't
let us know
be.
what other reality show horror stories you'd like to hear about. Yo, dog.
Yo,
we heard
dog.
you like Weird History, so we put our YouTube channel in your car so you can listen while you drive. Or you know,
Nice.
you can watch it at work or school in the bathroom.
Almost everything
You're
was
too
fake.
young or too old to have watched the
Aye.
show when it aired. Pimp My
Sad.
Ride brought contestants down to West Coast Customs in Corona, California.
Corona.
Or Open Auto Sports in Van Nuys in later seasons. To have their broken down old cars restored and customized
Whoa.
with outrageous new features. Meant to reflect the owner's
Looks so
personality.
cool.
In one memorable episode,
Bam,
a 22-year-old film student by the name of 𝗦ci𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀 got a drive-in movie theater projector
just wild.
installed in her rickety jalopy. And while
Rickety?
you might be right to question exactly how much 𝗦ci𝗰𝗶𝗃 would get out of such a feature, let alone how she'd be able to drive anywhere with it, the reality of this reality show contestant didn't hold up to scrutiny. As it turned out, 𝗦ci𝗰𝗶𝗃 was not a film student, nor was she 22. At the
What? Everything is a lie. She's okay. We're starting there.
time she filmed
Everything's
the
a lie.
episode, 𝗦ci𝗰𝗶𝗃 was a 25-year-old cocktail waitress.
Why lie? Why don't just say that you are that? It's not. Is that big? That huge of a deal? Is it that much difference? Why? No, we're not gonna like this girl because she's 25, not 22. It's like there makes no sense.
Her
No
storyline
sense.
of being a film buff saving up for graduate school was completely fabricated by the show's producers. You mean they're not telling the truth on television? Even the home in which 𝗦ci𝗰𝗶𝗃 came to visit 𝗦ci𝗰𝗃 was fake. She revealed
Even that
the
is
house
fake?
wasn't her own, but was rented by the producers because it looked better on camera. 𝗦ci𝗰𝗃 claims to have filmed her reaction to seeing her
Damn.
souped-up set of the wheels 10 times before ever actually laying eyes on it. When
What?
she did finally see it, she was anything but excited. She later described the car as Barbie's dream car from hell, calling out its ugly neon pink.
So she didn't like the car. They pimped it. She didn't like it, but she had to say, "I like it." Fun fact: there's been compilations in Sweden called "Pimp My Rack." It may or may not have been what you think it was. Oh, that is funny.
Turquoise
Maybe we should react to that.
paint job, as well as its unwieldy video projector and popcorn machine.
Popcorn machine.
Martini.
It is just so unnecessary. Popcorn machine. I love it. I hate it. I love it. I don't know what I feel. I would not have a popcorn machine in the car. That is for sure. We were like, well, we were talking about we should try not to eat in the car even. We kind of broke that rule already multiple times. But having a popcorn machine, just like, that is going to be so much shit to vacuum, man. I'm sorry to be a party pooper, but it's the truth.
Tino, a so-called candy enthusiast, claims producers concocted the story about him having a sweet tooth and leaving candy wrappers littered about his car. I know.
So they staged his candy wrapper situation. So this is not real? Ay, 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 ay.
Fat, Martino later said on Reddit, but they went the extra mile to make me look extra fat by telling the world that I kept candy all over my seat floor, just in case I got hungry.
No! That is a little bit embarrassing, though. Just imagine feeling a little bit like overweight, and then they do that to you. They label you, or they brand you. Oh my god.
He gave me a cotton candy machine in my trunk. Martino's experience might be the only time anyone has ever been bullied by a custom car. And when contestant Jake...
That is so rude! They're like, he's kind of fat. Let's give him a way to eat directly from his car. And it's so useless. Why do they have such useless pimps? Like, they should be able to pimp the cars in a way that is actually usable and nice. And like, whoa, I really like this. I would like to have this.
𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀 saw his pimped out 1986 Buick Century.
Things were different before.
His reaction apparently didn't make for good television. 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀 later told the Huffington Post that he was given a subtle, intimidating pep talk by Big Dane, one of West Coast Customs' more colorful employees. He claims Big Dane walked him around the shop for several minutes, emphasizing how much work they'd put into his car.
It's like, if you don't react as we want you to react, we're gonna break your legs, bro. We're gonna custom build your legs broken. That's what they're gonna do. Don't think that anything you see on TV or internet is real. Yeah, it can always be manipulated to suit their needs. That is true. Is even this real? Am I real? Is this an AI? I don't know. Could be. I mean, it could be real, but you shouldn't believe it just because you see it. Yes, yes. I think that is the thing. But I think a TV show where they built like really nice cars would maybe be a good thing. Maybe.
And how freaking enthusiastic he should be.
Yay!
Big Dane's alleged choice of words was much stronger. But you get the idea. 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀 got the idea too, and the world was...
When they revealed that car, it did not look cool. Does that look cool? It looks like... like when you, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but when you like are outside and you see a car that they obviously didn't like want to or like could afford or want to like pay for a new like coating of paint, they just do like regular paint and it looks really like weird. But I feel like this looks like this, and it's not that cool. Maybe his car was like that before they started pimping it. I don't know.
In the world,
but it's not.
With his meme-ified
it's not like wow.
As
yeah, it kind of.
Him to be more excited wasn't enough.
I don't know.
Further claims producers encouraged him to break up with his girlfriend. The rationale was that the desperate need of having his car officially pimped to pick up women would make for a much better episode, and that may have been true. Depending on whether you think creepy and sad.
Yeah, maybe, but like, what the hell? What the hell? Did he get a lot from being in this show? So it's like worth it? I don't know.
Having a cotton candy machine in your trunk or a pop-up champagne bar in your back seat may seem like questionable but fun ideas. The truth is, they were only designed to work while the cameras were rolling. For example, the cotton candy machine in Martino's car was constructed without a lid, rendering it all but useless. Unless, of course, you enjoy detailing your car with layers of sponge. And the champagne bar, which could have been seen as an implicit endorsement of drinking and driving, was promptly removed after filming. Producers realized that
it's not good. You shouldn't have like a party in your car.
Car or its owner wound up in a DUI crash, they might be held legally responsible. Deep thinking. It would have been hard to deny that they had installed that mobile bar, considering they had done it on television in front of millions of witnesses. In addition to having his 1989 Nissan Maxima outfitted with a useless cotton candy machine, Martino told the Huffington Post that the show also had to remove the bodacious gull-wing doors they'd installed, because the pistons required to lift the doors prevented them from installing seatbelts in the back seat.
Oh, yeah, and then it's useless! That is so sad! Oh my god, that is brutal. Like, one of the coolest features they added there, it seems like. Just had to be gone.
While that is unsafe, it's a small price to pay for a car that looks like it was part of a massive cocaine debt. Martino also couldn't use the LED lights that were installed in the vehicle's seats. which would get so hot he was concerned they might burn people.
What?
Start a fire. And that cool-looking robotic arm wasn't hardwired into the car at all, but controlled by a guy typing commands into a laptop just off screen. Meaning it was nothing more
bar.
than a TV prop. Meanwhile,
Not bar.
Brooke Siegel had to get her theater projector removed immediately after filming because it was not even close to street legal. Now you may be wondering why Siegel, Martino, and several...
So there are limitations in the US when it comes to like pimping your car. I was thinking like since they went so crazy that maybe everything basically is allowed, but I guess not.
Other contestants didn't just
It's
sell
a
their
good thing,
cars
though.
to collectors after the show turned them into flashy, undrivable paperweights. Sorry, chum. Pimp My Ride was way ahead of you. Since the conceit of the show was that contestants were being given their dream car, the producers didn't want these personalized rides ending up on eBay. To avoid this embarrassing inevitability, each contestant's contract stipulated that they were not allowed to sell their cars.
What?
Period. However,
That sucks. What the hell do you do with the car after you're like done with it or want another car? Do you like put it at the... do you trash it? Just like... What? What the hell do you do with that piece of junk that doesn't work? Ah, a good old Reactorio playthrough, I see. Yeah, Diablos, how are you doing? How are you doing? Are you doing good? It's just so nice to start the day with some interesting things to watch. Like, yeah. And then we're gonna beat Cristorio. Gonna take a while though, so probably not today.
Particularly clever workaround.
It's gonna start.
She filed paperwork at the DMV to officially gift the car to her boyfriend. He then sold it for $7,500.
Ah, okay. So you could gift it away, or maybe you couldn't. Maybe you could, but maybe you couldn't. But she found a way. I like that. Doing good, you? I'm doing good as well. I'm doing good. I'm still like waking up a little bit, which is kind of crazy, but I'm doing good in general. How about, and you said you're doing good, so I'm glad you're doing good. 7,500? That is something, but it's not like that much money, I guess, if it's like pimped.
Action. According to one of the rules of Hollywood movie making, you only build what the camera will see. Everything else is just a waste of time and money.
True.
West Coast Customs took this adage to heart, routinely skipping mechanical issues and focusing on flashy gimmicks like
That's not good.
terrariums, CAT
Whoa.
scan machines, and barbecue coffin.
CAT scan machine in the car? What? This episode, I feel like I must see. It's like, what was like the brand of that woman or man? He was like, I'm so addicted to doing CAT scans. I just really would like to have one because then it's cheaper to just scan myself in the car. Or maybe he had a business idea. I just want to ride my car and scan people instead of scamming them. I don't know. It's weird. And what the hell is this? Is it a barbecue? Or is it a coffin? I don't know. A coffin barbecue, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. A barbecue coffin. The mid-2000s were a wild time.
They said barbecue coffin. I was correct. Yeah, it was a grill.
Less glamorous issues like broken transmissions, engines, or brakes often got overlooked. So many of the pimped out cars either wouldn't start or stalled out on the drive home. This happened so often that MTV had a flatbed tow truck on call at all times.
No.
Claims to have spent $1,700
that is so sad.
in his pocket to replace his engine shortly after having his car.
That sucks, man. You get like a new pimped out car and it doesn't work. Holy shit, that is so crap.
Pimped. Jake Glazier's Buick needed a new muffler, but instead of replacing the muffler, the team at West Coast Customs added a fake exhaust pipe to make it appear that the rumbling sound of the car was actually intentional.
No! It's just... We can work with it. We can work with it. We can make it work. Oh my god. But to the shows, like, I don't know, to play the devil's advocate, I guess their car was pretty shit when they went into the show. So it would be nice to get things fixed, but if the engine needed replacement, it probably needed replacement before it went on the show, right? Everything is staged. Trust nothing. Yeah, true.
Going to the hospital for an eye injury and the doctor handing you a pirate costume. And while the show made it seem like these custom jobs were completed in a matter of days, contestants claim they often took months.
Months?
To find alternate means of transportation at their own expense.
Oh my god.
While waiting for their dream car. Despite the lies, coercion, and mechanical failures, most contestants look back on Pimp My Ride with fond memories. However, the same cannot be said of
so a lot of them are happy. Well, that is good. That is good, at least.
Pimping.
Pimp my ride. Exploited their co-workers.
A former West Coast Customs employee told NPR that during his 5 years working at the auto shop for Pimp My Ride, he would routinely work 60 to 70 hours a week for no overtime pay or benefits, all for below minimum wage. The shop seems to have preferred to hire undocumented workers like Hernandez because they are easily exploitable. They fear they can't complain or report labor issues to authorities because they were employed.
That is just so fucked up. That is so fucked up. That is not okay at all.
Illegally. In 2014, the United States Department of Labor found that West Coast Customs had violated the Fair Labor Standards Act by not keeping proper records of employee hours worked, coercing unpaid overtime, paying below minimum wage, and falsely classifying their on-site exclusive long-term employees as independent contractors.
Not good.
All illegal practices under United States law. West Coast Customs...
Fucked up but big brain? Is that what you're trying to say here? By base, that is true. It's kind of big brain, but is it big brain when you get caught though? That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, there's a new daily dose. Yeah, we're gonna check out the daily dose probably after this one.
Customs founder
Welcome to chat, by the way.
House chose not to fight the findings in court and instead opted to pay $157,592 in back wages to employees and $16,830 in civil penalty fines. When Entertainment Scoop asked House what it took to be a West Coast Customs employee, he indicated the two best qualities were working unscheduled overtime and doing whatever we asked them to do.
Did he say that just straight up? Oh my god. That is so fucked up.
So that's what an asshole sounds like.
It didn't even...
Hernandez told NPR that his biggest regret about
try to hide it.
Hours was that he missed out on his kid's childhood.
That is like the worst. You could like, that's pain. Like one thing is to actually have to work like crazy overtime without getting paid, but like missing your child's childhood, that is fucked up, man. Yeah, just capitalism working as intended. Hell yeah, boy. I don't think that is how it was intended, though.
Department of Labor, West Coast Customs is now in full compliance with state and federal law. But House wasn't the only person affiliated with Pimp My Ride who ran afoul of the law.
What? The co-creator murdered his wife? Okay. Is it like related to the pimping of the cars? Or is it just like a wild man?
10. Pimp My Ride co-creator and executive producer Bruce Barris.
He looks like someone that murders his wife, though. That murdered his wife. Kinda. Just a fun fact, yeah.
Wife, 𝗦ci 𝗰𝗶𝗶𝗹𝘀, and their two small children on a vacation to the Moon Palace in Cancun, Mexico. 𝗦ci was the owner of the popular 𝗦ci𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀 bar and restaurant in Los Angeles.
𝗰𝗶𝗹𝗀 bar.
The family trip was partially to celebrate her 42nd birthday. Unfortunately, that birthday never came. 𝗦ci's asphyxiated body was found on April 8th, 2010 in a gutter near the hotel.
That is
Later
fucked
that day,
up.
Beresford Redmond was taken into custody and questioned by Mexican authorities. He was soon released, but told he was a person of interest in his wife's death and ordered not to leave Mexico. Despite having his
then he left.
confiscated,
Probably.
Beresford Redmond left the country anyway.
Yeah.
Crossing the border with his two small
knew it.
children and hopping a train to Los Angeles.
Whoa.
Which, side note, is not the kind of thing you should do if you're the prime suspect in your wife's murder.
I didn't kill.
That is like... that is so fucked up. That is fucked up. Imagine being like the children in this situation. Like they probably like, yeah, they were still with the dad probably, and the children probably had a feeling or knew that he killed their mom. What the hell? Ugh.
I don't care.
After a young British couple testified...
Okay, the video got a little bit screwed there.
Arguing in their hotel room days before the murder, coupled with scratches that had been noted on his hands and neck, authorities issued an arrest warrant, and Beresford Redmond was extradited back to Mexico to stand trial. Prosecutors determined several possible motives, suggesting he may have murdered his wife to collect insurance money or to carry an extramarital affair and gain sole custody of their children. On March 12, 2015, Bruce Beresford Redmond was convicted for the murder of 𝗦ci 𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀.
He got gotten.
To 12 years in prison. Beresford Redmond
Only
has
12?
always maintained his innocence.
Feels
He claimed
short.
that evidence against him had been contaminated in police custody, and that Mexican authorities, eager to keep Cancun a popular tourist destination, rushed to convict him to cover up the city's rampant problem with random crime. Bruce was released from prison on good behavior after serving only 7.5 of his
7.5 years?
In an ironic twist of fate,
That is wild.
the disgraced television producer had a television show produced about him, an episode of 48 Hours, titled Fatal Episode, The Producer's Story.
Whoa.
In the mid-aughts, Pimp My Ride was a global phenomenon, launching adaptations like Pimp My Ride UK, Pimp My Ride Baltic,
For
and
real?
Indonesia's Pimp My Car. There were multiple
Pimp My
Pimp My
Car.
Ride video games and spin-offs, including Pimp My Fahrrad, the German word for
Pimp my Fahrrad?
bicycle, Pimp My Room in the
Oh.
Netherlands, and Brazil's
What?
Pimp My Feed, in which contestants learn to gain maximum Instagram followers from top social media influencers.
Pimp my feed.
The
I kind of need that one. I need to pimp my feed. Somebody subscribe me to the show so I can be a part of it.
Remains to be seen whether Pimp My Ride's behind-the-scenes trouble will eventually eclipse fans' fond memories of what was,
Whoa, what
at its
the
core, a lighthearted and intentionally absurd show. But for now, rest assured that you've
One
officially
bonus
been
point for
pimped.
like creativity there.
So what do you think? Does it matter how real Pimp My Ride was? Tell us why or why not in the comments below. And while you're at it,
I'm not sure.
check out some of these other videos from our weird history.
It's like, I don't expect TV shows to be real. They don't need to be real, but I feel like they shouldn't screw the contestants or like the people that are on there, and they shouldn't screw the employees. I feel like that is not okay. But other than that, like, it can be like unreal. I feel like the contestants or the people in there, if they got like a shit car that didn't really work, as long as they kind of got paid for being in the experience, then it should be okay. And also that they get to decide that before they start to fix the car. But it seems like it was a little bit of a... Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't good there.